Hi there, Jeffrey Rhodes from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and SherryAnnRichardson.com. Well, took the day off of work because we were going to have an electrician come and try and fix a light for us. It was this afternoon before he showed up. We actually had to call. And, God, it was such a mess. Such a disaster. This guy he's been an electrician since 1960, is what he told me. But he had no clue at all about LED lights. Because the fixture that we wanted looked at, I had wired it in with a light switch and everything. I had it working. Then the ballast went out on it. And so I had watched a YouTube video about how to switch over to LED bulbs and direct wire it around the ballast because the LED lights don't have to have a ballast. But when I put the bulbs in, they didn't light properly. Now, I have taken at least one of those bulbs and stuck it in a different fixture that still had a ballast and everything. It still works. It's got a bulb in it right now that's working just fine. But I put one of these LED bulbs and it just didn't light. Didn't light properly. It just kind of glowed a little bit, but not like it's supposed to. Not like a regular bulb. You know, it just had this dim little glow. So, but when I started telling him, you know, what was going on and what I had done, he had no understanding of it. He could not understand a bulb that didn't require a ballast. You know, he tried to argue with me about it. He didn't get it. He's like, how, you know, and he looked at the bulbs after breaking one of them. He dropped it. But it didn't explode like a normal fluorescent bulb does. It just broke. The LED strip was still okay. Or at least appeared to be. But he saw where it said it was ballast compatible. And he's going, well, see, it says right here, you know, it takes ballast. It's like, no, it's compatible. You can use it with a ballast or without. He didn't get it. So we did not get the light fixture fixed. You know, he tore it apart, you know, looked at the wiring, you know, basically undid what I had done, but couldn't figure out how to fix it so it would work. Tested it at one point, you know, it had the power coming to it, the hot and the cold wires. You know, he hooked up just a little light with clip ends to the wires, turned on the light switch, and the light came on. So we were getting power to it. The light switch was working. It just wasn't powering the bulbs. So, but he just didn't get it. So he wound up leaving. Leaving everything a mess. So I will have to deal with that. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take down that light fixture and we're going to put a ceiling fan in its place. We have one that we got from her grandmother, and I think that's what we're going to install. But then I wound up going to Meijer to get some potatoes so that we could have baked potatoes and some chicken for some sauce chicken. And on the way home, I hit something in the road. I didn't realize I hit something. All I knew was something went thunk, and there was a scraping noise, and I thought something had broken on the van. So I got pulled over, onto a side street. Looked underneath, and there was something stuck up underneath there that I thought was possibly my catalytic converter having fallen off. So we called for a tow truck, and that took forever, just getting through to the company and getting a tow truck sent out. And
2 hours.
Yeah. But when he started loading the van onto the flatbed, because he had looked under and tried to move the object that was hanging down, see what it was, and it was wedged in there. He couldn't move it. Once he started pulling it up onto the flatbed, there was enough of a gap between the bottom of the van and the road that it came free. It was somebody else's muffler and piece of tailpipe that had come off of their vehicle, and I hit it and stuck it up underneath my van. So my van now is down at the shop to be looked at to determine what kind of damage this muffler has done to my vehicle.
And my Cobalt is back at the shop.
The Cobalt is back down there. It's being looked at again to make sure that things were done right, and that there's not something else wrong with it. And yes, that was yesterday.
Yes. Yesterday, 2,400 Americans died at Pearl Harbor. That was 79 years ago.
Yep. December 7th, 1941. 1,100 of those that died were on board the USS Arizona. I've studied Pearl Harbor quite a bit. But anyways, it's been a rough day, rough night. This is rather late. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's way past my bedtime, but
Way past your bedtime.
we had to eat. So it's been a mess. So
Hey, this says none of my presents have bleated yet, so that's kind of disappointing. None of my presents have bleated.
yes, there's no goats yet.
I'm just
But you
waiting
have
on
no-
the babies.
You have no presents under the tree yet because we haven't even put up a tree yet.
I know.
So there's no presents to bleat yet. Okay?
It's okay. I'm just waiting on the babies.
I know. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Give us thumbs up, thumbs down,
Lots of thumbs up.
comments below,
We like comments.
and we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.
Have a good night.